What's up, storytellers? Ian Garlic here, and in this video, we're going to help you decide on a video production niche for your video production business. And in a few moments, we're going to go through it. I'm going to show you how to decide, the steps to deciding, as well as the real secret on deciding on a profitable video niche. So before we get started on which production niche you should go to and how to decide on it, I want to really back up and go, why should you choose? It's super important and it's super tough for a lot of people. I get it. You don't want to be pigeonholed. You want to do a lot of things. You want to try out different things. You've got all these different business opportunities, all these different business ideas. I get it, but you need to stop right now and start deciding on a niche. Why? Man, I wish when I began our agency, 10 years ago, I would have just stayed focused on a niche, because there's so many reasons. There's so many reasons. And I know our agency would probably be 10 times bigger today. Now, we're successful. I have a successful agency. We have a big team, a great team, a lot of clients, a lot of, knowledge in the industry, and we are known for video marketing. But having a video production niche is going to help you to scale faster. Why? Well, first of all, it's going to help you to find your ideal clients a lot faster, because you'll know who you're looking for. You're not just going to be going for business owners. You're going to know the specific industries. You're going to be able to find out where they are. And now online, there's so many places where they are that you'll be able to find them much, much faster. And then you'll be able to speak their language. Because when you get to them, every industry has a slightly different language. They have slightly different terms. And when you can speak their language, you're going to be able to close that business faster. And it's so important to be able to speak that language. Next up, the reason why is because then people will refer to you, because they will know that you are that person for that niche. So if you're just a video person, well, then you're going to be an order taker. If you serve a specific niche, then they will remember you. I'm still remembered as the lawyer video guy, right? I mean, while we didn't really push into that niche really, really hard, like I wish we would have, I'm still known as that. And you can even still dominate within that niche and get micro niched upon there. And another reason why is because specialists eat generalists lunch every day. Let me ask you this. Who gets paid more? Your family doctor or the heart surgeon? The heart surgeon, right? Because they are specialists. They took the time to know the heart, how to perform surgery on the heart. And they got deep into that. And they get paid sometimes 10 times more than the family doctor. And you can do the same thing, especially if you're known as the best in that. People, for the best heart surgeons in the world, people fly from all over the world to work with them. Same thing here. I've known for a lot of things like case stories, video case stories. And so people fly me around to that. It's not because I'm the best at video. It's because I'm the best at video case stories, not testimonials. If you're watching my stuff, you'll know why. But that is another reason why. Additionally, besides all of that, it's going to help you to scale your business faster. Why? Because you're able to create systems, repeatable systems within that industry. So you're not only getting better sales, better leads, and be able to charge more, but you're able to create repeatable systems. And make sure, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go to subscribe to it now, because I'm going to talk more about how to create those systems in future videos. I'm going to talk a lot more about that, because those are the things that are going to help you to really grow a viable, profitable video production business. Now you've got all the reasons why. Let's get into how to do it. So first of all, one thing you can choose is, yes, you can choose an industry like lawyer, doctor, dentist. I've talked about some of the most profitable niches in the previous videos. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to watch it. We'll have a link to it down below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, make sure to go over to YouTube and check it out. But in understanding some of the most profitable niches, so think about some of those industries that you can go into. And we'll talk about a little bit more about choosing the industry in a second. But you can also choose a product, a specific product. You could be, we talked about some great video business ideas in another video too. We went through a ton of them. And if you haven't watched Giants of Video, there's 40 different ways to produce videos for clients. And you could choose just one of those products and get known as that person. So you could be the expert in that product and create that. So those are two different ways. You can also just go purely local and known in your town. The thing with the town one is it depends on the size of your town. So you could go within the state, but even going within the state and an industry or a product, you could be hyper niched and still make a ton of money. So next up, we need to choose to make sure it's profitable. What does that mean? Well, if you're choosing a product, you just have to price it correctly. You have to make sure there's a demand there, or know how to create demand, how to create marketing. We'll talk a little bit more marketing in the next videos, but really you need to make sure you can profit from it. And if you're doing marketing videos, if you are helping someone to make money and you know how to market those, how to create videos, well, then you are going to be profitable. You just have to price it accordingly and sell it accordingly. And you can be very, very profitable. You just don't want to sell at an hourly rate. You want to sell for results and potential results and actual results too. So we'll talk about that in another video. But the other thing is you want to look at the industry. Is there enough size to the industry? Do they have enough money to pay you? I would look at their average client value and decide that and say, well, what is their average client value? If it's high enough that, let's say they get one client from this video and it pays for itself, man, they use that video for 5-10 years, they get a 10x return. So thinking through that profitability, which ones have the money to spend, and even within that, then you can still get niched out. Is there enough of them? There's a lot of very specific niches. You can get niched within healthcare very specifically, within legal very specifically, within financial services very specifically, and they have a high enough margin that they can pay you if you're known for that person. Like you could really get known as the case story person for lawyers, right? If that's all you did, one of you guys out there is going to do that, and you can become known as the expert and charge the most. If you get really good at that and the marketing and delivery of it. Next up, so speaking of really, really good, where is your knowledge right now? What do you know? Who do you know? What knowledge do you have? Do you have knowledge about legal? Do you have some knowledge about healthcare? Do you have some knowledge in an industry that is able to pay you? Now, there's a lot of other industries, and I know a lot of filmmakers want to go into like music videos, go into some of these other things. A lot of those people don't have money to pay you. If you have industry knowledge, then there's a huge opportunity there. So think through that. Where do you have knowledge? Where do you like to be? And even if it's an industry that maybe you don't have a lot of knowledge on, but it excites you. Maybe you're excited by court dramas. Maybe you're excited about the legal thing. Maybe you're excited about healthcare or manufacturing, or there's so many of these different industries that you don't have to be the expert in. So think about where your knowledge is. Next up, besides your knowledge, is your network. Your network, that is where your wealth is. Where is your existing network? What are some of the channels that you can look into? Sit down and write down all the people that you know and what industries they are. Sit down, because you probably know 150, 200 people. You probably have 1,000 people on your Facebook page, right? At least. Some of us have 5,000. Go through there. Where do you have industry network? Because that is going to help you to get clients faster. And it's going to help you to build your business faster, because your network is really where those leads are going to come through. And we're going to talk in future videos about how to really nourish that network. After your network, probably the most important thing is your happiness. What's going to make you happy? Who are you going to be excited to work with? Who are you going to be excited to tell stories? Now, this is also not just the niche, but also the type of people that are in that niche. Lawyers are much harder charging for the most part than healthcare people, right? So is that going to make you happy? Do you like that, that hard work? Are you super competitive and you want to be, in this super competitive field? Or do you want to work more with like the softer side of things? What makes you happy? Now, you still want to be profitable, and being profitable is important, but where makes you happy? For me, I love not only helping services, I love helping people that are helping people. And now I love helping other videographers like yourself, other video agencies connect and help those people. And that brings me joy, right? Because yes, the money will there'll be a rush when you get those big sales. When you get your first 6-figure sale, there's going to be a big rush. You know, when you hit 7 figures in your agency, there's going to be a big rush, but that's only going to last so long. What really keeps you going for a lot of us, at least for me, is when I get those cards and those emails and those letters and those phone calls saying, man, you changed my life. And then when we do the customer stories and the people that I helped, I've changed their life. When I hear an agency say, you know what, using your systems, I just sold 6 figures. That to me is everything, because I know I'm changing someone's life. There's only so many things I can have, so many physical things that I can have, right? And I have most everything I want. Right? I live on a lake. I have a beautiful wife, an awesome son, incredible family, incredible friends, and I'm doing a lot of what I love. So a lot of my fulfillment comes out of building something like this, and helping people like yourself. So that said, where is your happiness going to come from? This is very important in choosing your niche, because I know a lot of people are stuck in niches that they hate. But I'm going to tell you now the secret of choosing a niche. You ready? Are you really ready? Are you listening? The secret to choosing a niche is you can change your niche. You can change. You can test it out, see if it works. I've done this probably 20 times, testing them out. I'm like, nah, I don't like working with those people. And know that you can change. And the faster you change, the better off you are. But it allows you to go head first, go test it out, go to a conference and say, hey, I want to test this out. Obviously, if you're watching this during the COVID shutdown, there's not a lot of conferences, but there's online conferences. There's online places that you can go. That said, you can change your niche. And by choosing a niche, you're not saying no. People might not just know you as a video person in some other capacity and refer you to someone else, and you can test out that niche. You're not saying no to other people, but you are getting known as the person. So this is super, super important to remember, but you do need to choose a niche. And once you choose a niche, then you're going to need to figure out the name of your business. You're going to need to figure out how to market, how to sell, how to get leads. And we're going to talk about that in all the future videos. In fact, in the next video, we're going to talk about some names for your business. But until then, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment down below what your thoughts are. If you have questions about niches, if they're profitable or not, put a comment down below. Whatever you need to know, what you took away from this, please let me know down below in the comments. It helps me out, helps me to get that fulfillment, helps me to be excited, and helps me to help you more. Make sure to watch the next video on video production business names. Until then, take some action.